Okay, you guys. Woo! Shaking it off. All right, you guys. Beautiful. I see all those. You guys all look like you're glowing now. You're all glowing. I love it. Okay, so here's Julie Jones Hamilton. Oh, she's about to enter the stage. Into the stage, you guys. I'm gonna get into her bio, but let me set it up for a bit. She is one of my best friends. She is a mentor of mine. She is a coach. She has been helping folks go from where they're at into the abundant life that they desire and deserve for over 30 years. This woman here, I mean, just know that I feel like a little kid in the candy shop every time I get around her. She blows my mind and transforms my life every time, and you have her here right now. So what I'm about to do is bring her up and work with me. I'm mastering teaching, but I'm a master of technology. She's coming on. She's coming on. She's here. Let's all welcome Julie. Woo! Hello, Julie.
Oh, hi everyone. I'm so happy. Hi, Derica.
Hello, you guys. You guys, I'm gonna grab my clipboard because you wanna have your pen. Okay, have your pen. I'm gonna grab my paper right now.
Oh, she's so sweet. I want to welcome everyone. I am so grateful to be here. I'm so happy to see you, and I'm so honored, Derica, that you invited me to allow to share my experience, strength, and hope. And we're all here on purpose for a purpose, and I'm just so grateful to be here. And I just want to honor and bless the process and everything you're doing.
Thank you.
Amen, sister.
Amen.
You revved
Amen.
me up. You got me going.
Woo! We're all going, you guys. This is such a beautiful
Oh,
moment here. You guys, we're going to jump right into a little bit of a bio so we can get to know Julie a little bit more. And then we're going to spend 20 powerful minutes with her. And she's
yeah,
just
I
going to.
hope I can keep it at 20. Heads up.
Woo!
I'm
We
just
got
gonna
a
power
timer.
through this. Here we go.
We're going to do really good. Okay, so Julie Jones, if you guys have not met her, she is a television executive producer, best-selling author, and entrepreneur who brings over 30 years experience in the human transformation and development industry. She is the founder of Julie Jones Hamilton International and Kitchen Hamilton Productions with Lynn Kitchen, which provides international positive media programming and the national cable television series, The Greatest, or
World.
World's Greatest, that's right, the World's
World's
Greatest
greatest
Motivators.
motivator.
Woo! And many, many more things.
Mhm.
I could have went on for days in your bio. Oh
Well,
my goodness.
thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm just so grateful to be here. Thank you, thank you. And I'm so grateful for all of you who are tuning in and watching this and who are going to be watching this in the next 48 hours and on the VIP. And this information that everyone, all the ones that are going to be here today, is really high level, cutting edge, tip of the arrow information. So, and also, I'm just going to say this. And then, do you know that there's only about 6% of the population of humans that are in this types of conversation? And you're one of them. So good on you for being here, everyone. Right on.
Woo! You better pat
Not an
yourself on the
accident.
back.
It's not an accident you're here, right?
That high
Okay.
6%, you guys. The
That's
world
only.
needs
Yeah.
us to live in our.
Yeah, amen. We're on the leading edge here.
All right, you guys. You know what, Julie, let's jump right in, hon.
Okay.
What was your relationship with money early on? And then if you can go into that pivot point moment where you awakened and completely changed your life with money.
Well, this is such an interesting and such an important conversation. When I reflect back on that question, Derica, when I was growing up, we came from very humble beginnings. Young parents, three kids, and from the very beginning. However, my father was an ambitious entrepreneur. So I could see and feel, the step stairs of expansion monetarily. We moved a lot. He was, as all entrepreneurs, he's always looking for the next, the greatest. So because of that, there was a part of me that felt like um, maybe we didn't have enough. Maybe there wasn't enough. And as I think about this, now I realize that I was very financially insecure growing up.
Mm.
Just kind of, we were taught to, I had a job very early. We were taught to be responsible. Um, but I always remember that fear. It's really interesting, that fear and insecurity that maybe there's not enough.
Yeah.
Always kind of an urgency looking for more money. Why? Now I know why.
Yeah.
It's because I had such big ambitions as well, and always looking for more. So, although I had a sweet upbringing, there was another part of me that always felt maybe not good enough
Mm.
and not worthy enough. And maybe that hence the financial, insecurity part.
Yeah.
And then you asked me, what was that moment of a pivotal awakening, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that completely changed your flow of
Okay.
money.
All right. Well, that happened several years ago, and there was a pivotal moment. Most of us don't go into this type of study, this type of understanding, this type of knowledge without some type of an experience, either a trigger experience or an emotional experience or some type of a devastation. Very rarely are we just walking along and then all of a sudden, start diving into all of this stuff. It is a call, a soul calling for moreness. And good on you for listening to the call, because several years ago, my beloved partner became very ill, and I thought I was going to lose him. His company suffered, he suffered, I suffered, until it was almost debilitating. I mean, all of my structures were dissolving all around me, and felt very out of place, misplaced. The energy of loss had become so severe, Derica, that there was no place for me to go. The negative thoughts, the desperate energy.
Mm.
Um, I was so scared. I remember waking up shaking in the mornings and then shaking all day long, not knowing what to do, where to go, who to talk to. I mean, I thought I was going to lose him. Everything was, what was going to happen to me, what was going to happen to my husband, our home, our finances. It was, it was, it was probably, and I've been through several moments, but that one about money, that one got my attention. There, I felt like I had no security. There was no security
Mm.
to the energy to feel secure
Yeah.
in anything because of that component, that that loss,
Yeah.
not only of husband but finances, that whole thing. So there was no place for me to go
Mm.
except within. There
Mm.
was nothing out there. Nothing out there was going to save me. So during the meditation, I remember receiving a download. And in that download, it had said that there's one thing you can always count on, one thing you can feel secure in, and that's the one energy of the universe, the universal energy, the one, and that there's only one energy. Everything derives from this one energy. Everything is energy. It can't be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed, and that this one energy can transform me, my my husband, my finances, my life, my world, everything. And so I heard that. I really heard that. I
Mm.
mean, I really felt it. I knew that love is the most powerful force in the universe, and I knew that that energy was in all things. So how do I tap into it? What do I do? From
Yeah.
that moment on, it was like a constant mission,
Mm.
right? It was a constant training in building bigger muscles, okay, and my reliance, my dependence, and my trust in that one universal energy, in that one place and space that permeates and penetrates and fills the inner spaces of the universe. The something that us as humans, we really can't wrap our mind around, but we know it intuitively, know it's there. It's that soul stuff,
Mhm.
and what I learned is that that we have two sides of our nature. We have the human side of our nature, and we have the invisible side of our nature. All right. And part of our life's quest is to bridge the two, is to build a bridge and come into harmony and alignment with the invisible side of our nature that is connected to all of this power. All right. That's connected to, and when we do this, when we start building, start the journey, build the trust, feel and meditate and practice and develop this relationship with this connection. All right. When we do that, everything, no exception, everything, we begin to attract everything that bless and prospers us and our dreams and in our desires. I mean, now that is, it's quantum physics. It's how the universal laws work. The universal laws work their way. They're 100% precision, mathematically certain. The universal laws work and has been working for a very, very long time and will continue to work for a very, very long time. Okay? But it works its way. And it's my job. It doesn't work my way and it doesn't work your way. And it's my job to align myself up to how the universal laws work. And they always work in one direction, and they always work in pure positive love. And they always expand in awareness, expand in evolution. So, it's interesting. When we get something, we have this impulse to do more. We want to do more. We want to have more. We want to be more. It's not a greedy impulse. It's the impulse of the universe. The universe is constantly expanding. And when we accomplish something and we get it done, bravo, we have that great sense of accomplishment. There's more. And there's more. We never get it done. It's a process. It's called evolution. So this need for more understanding, more growth, more possibilities, more desires, that's our birthright.
Yes.
That's our birthright. And if you ever wonder if I'm worthy of the dreams that I would love, what I'd love to be or do or have and give, ask yourself this one question. Am I breathing? Because it's life. And I'm going to say one other thing. It's life. It's life breathing me, breathing you, and breathing throughout the entire universe. And I've mentioned this before, and Derek has heard me say it's one of my favorite things. This breath of life, we live in an equal playing field. No one has more or less air to breathe. It's equal. No one has more or less life breathing them. It's equal. It's an equal playing field. So if you ever notice someone who has a bunch of abundance and resources, it's equal. You can learn to attract and create that too. There's nothing wrong with you, but we need to take the journey. So with my clients and part of this industry that I'm in with all these awakened, beautiful motivators, the goal is to give you permission, to give yourself permission to allow your desires, to allow your growth, to allow your expansion, to allow your creations, to allow whatever it is you would love to be, do, have, or give in the world, to allow it to be revealed to you, to build the muscles and your trust in this invisible side of your nature, to connect. Nobody, this isn't talked about. I believe one day it will be. I believe it will be the kids, all of us, it'll just be part of the learning process, this awakened consciousness, because we're evolving into a global humanity, and our consciousness is evolving too. That's why we're here today. That's why we're all here today. Isn't that cool? I love that.
So good. You guys see why I said have a pen? Have a pen with this one. She's on fire. I've just wrote down so many aha moments in that just first segment, this first question. I think who can relate? Can I get a yes in the comments? Who can relate to her story of just sitting in a moment like that, having this big awakening, this big download from a scary moment that just catapults you into this whole new way of living and these whole new desires.
Right? I mean,
Oh,
how many of us have been how many of you have been in like shattering, shaking uncertainty, just not knowing if the other shoe is going to drop, what's going to happen next, what do I do, where do we go, that frightened place. The places like that. I mean, if you can relate, just put relate in the comments. Relate, because those are moments that I have since learned are opportunities. Those are doors that have shut because they're not my doors to go down or to go in. I mean, if we look back on our life, everyone just kind of, take a glance of all the roughest time. Don't stare, just take a glance of all the roughest time that you've had in your life. You made it through. You made it through to the point that if you had done any other thing, you wouldn't be on this call right now, gathering this information that you'll hear throughout these next 4 hours.
yes.
So really, really open your mind and open your heart, and glean and write down the things that resonate to you from all the speakers that will be here, because I guarantee you something will click. Something will click.
Absolutely. So good. I can feel us all. That synergy is coming together so good right now. We're all having those moments of that reflection and hearing you and hearing the stories here and knowing that it's okay. It's like this is normal. This is part of the process.
This is part of the process. When we're at a place where we're stuck, when we're at a place where there are blocks, what that's indicating is you're not going to find the answers out there. You can work harder, you can work smarter, you can push and push and push, but it's only going to sustain so much. But if you pause and you say, okay, and you recognize that you have this invisible side of your nature and that it is waiting for your attention. In fact, it's been seeking your companionship since you've been born. Wow. And we kind of say, okay, I'm ready for guidance, because it is a GPS system that we're all born with, and it's always for us, it's always on our side, and it's always for us. And when we can steady our mind enough and steady our action steps enough to recognize, wait a minute, I'm more than this, I'm more, I've hit the wall, there's got to be something different. I'm inviting you to go within and to begin being curious and asking questions. What is it that I can do? Because this entire force field, this magnetic force field called energy of pure positive love, conspires for your success. Everything in it is set up for your success. Everything is in it to help manifest whatever it is you want if you give it a chance. It's be open enough to give yourself a chance to start playing in a new field, your invisible side of your nature. All right. Now, how do you tell the difference? I'm just going to throw this out there. All right. Because it's been always talking to us all along. It's our higher self. It's our soul self that's connected. All of us have an internal critic. It's the voice of the critical internal judgment. All right. And what it is, it's a part of our ego that has experienced everything in our past, and it's afraid to experience it again. So it keeps bringing us back all the, oh, it didn't work, you don't want to be embarrassed, remember all this. And it's very loud and very negative. And we listen to this in our head. And because our conversation is about 40%, I'm sorry, 70%, 70 to 80% we're in our heads talking with all of the voices in our head. The majority and the loudest and the most negative is the ego. Now it's okay. It's the ego. We work with it. We learn how to work with the ego. It doesn't command me. I command it. The ego is to help me not to run in front of a Mack truck or put my hand on a hot fire. The ego is there to help me live in a physical material world and use my five senses. Taste what I love, eat what I love, hear the music I love, feel the soft rose velvet petal and hug my beloved, and to smell the beautiful fragrances that I love, so I can put those in play. But what it does is it guides our life in fear, and those are just patterns, and they're just limited beliefs. All right. So limited beliefs can go back 7 generations, from way back, from parent to child, child to parent, parent to child, all the way down. And they could be 150 years old. And we're operating on a belief system that worked back then, but we're in the 21st century. So we get to decide what beliefs that we have, because they're only thoughts.
Yeah.
What beliefs do we have that no longer serve us? Like, my family was always poor, I'm not educated, whatever are limiting. Because truth be told, Derica mentioned about a product of our environment. We're the only species on the planet that can change our environment. We can imagine it into existence. So you want to stretch your mental faculty, the imagination, and you want to imagine what it is you would love to do, be, have, give, and share in your world. And you want to offer it up to that invisible side of your nature and ask, let's do this. And I'm willing. What are my steps? We stay in curiosity. We don't judge. We're not attached. We allow. We accept and allow. So may I expand a little bit on limited beliefs?
Yes, because that was actually a next segue you beautifully went into, is that
Really?
some of the limiting beliefs that you find, and you just started hacking into them.
Okay.
So
Okay.
go for it. You're on fire.
Okay. Well, limited beliefs is our mindset. That's what we're used to. It's a pattern. And when we start diving into this information, we are literally installing a new operating system. So in the background of our mind are all the old patterns that we just habits and patterns, and they're outdated. All right, we picked them up along the way by very well-meaning parents or teachers or loved ones or partners that promote, that promote that our wealth and riches are out there, that we have to go get it. Now, the truth is, we come from it rather than coming from it. This is a new understanding. It's an understanding that our wealth and our skill sets and our desires, and even our desires for money, comes from within us in that one energy. It comes from within. We ask, what would I do right now that gives me life? What would I love in my career or in my health or in my relationships? And we allow ourselves to reveal it to us, because it's buried in there. When I ask my clients, what would you love? They're like, well, I don't know. Okay, well, most people will spend their time designing a weekend before they ever realize that they can design a life of what they would love.
Oh my God.
Money, abundance, all of this health, awesome relationships. This is all energy. And because we live in a cause and effect universe, it's called reap and sow, law of karma. What I put out there is what I'll receive. So if I want, because truth be told, money is just paper and metal. But if I want the energy of money, if I want to create and amass for my loved ones, for myself, for the causes that I would love to give, I must create a vision or a clarity or a statement, or I must uncover and discover whatever it is and begin writing about it so that I can narrow my focus, because energy flows where my focus goes. So if I'm focused on I don't have enough, then that's where the energy goes. If I focus on, well, what is it that I could do to make more? Oh my God, all of a sudden, out of the blue, all these ideas come.
Yeah.
All right. The energy of money is a creative process. It's investing in ourselves.
Yeah.
All right. In this understanding so that we can receive dividends in return. It's a mindset. Okay. We invest.
You guys!
Okay.
Julie, we're out of time and I can't stop you because I want more.
What do you mean out of town? Okay. All right. So trust in your desires that you can create money and ask your higher self. Trust in the good in the universe that it's here to deliver it. Trust in that this is a noble thing. It's your birthright.
Yes.
The world needs rich, awakened people like you. It's your responsibility to align with whatever it is that you love in life, your career, your job, your skill set, to grow in the beliefs you love, and have patience. Do not be attached. Have patience. Believe in yourself. Believe that it will be revealed. Believe in your desires. Get a partner in believing. Trust in your dreams. Allow it to be welcomed. All right.
Oh, so beautiful.
So believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, believe in that power, grow big muscles, and trust, dependency, and reliance on which is in you, not out here. You're going to come up against all your roadblocks, all your obstacles out there, and you'll discover that the power of the universe will support you, and you will live a very wealthy life in all areas. Bada bum, drop the mic.
Mic drop, mic drop. I love it.
Drop the mic.
Yes.
And I know we're kind of short on time.
Yes.
I'm inviting you to go to worldsgreatestmotivators.com. Or you can also go to worldsgreatestmotivators.com/free gifts. We have motivators that have Jack Canfield, Bob Proctor, Lisa Nichols, Brian Tracy, Shandish Sumner, Dave Meltzer, Sharon Lecter, John Azaraf. I mean, we have several who have gifts. We're in the development of season 2. We have just get the gifts first, receive the gifts, and enjoy all the motivation of what in which they speak. And the bottom line is, there is nothing wrong with you. You're here for a purpose, and the only question is my dream worthy of me? Because I'm going to be putting my life source, force, and attention and flow into it. So create a big dream for yourself that allows you to feel good. This is my ending comment, because I love this. Life is supposed to feel good. Okay? We are meant to be happy, and we're meant to satisfy our dreams and desires. And everything we want is in us, waiting to be revealed to show us how. So I invite you to take that journey within. Grab all the tools and studies and everything you can so that you can manifest whatever it is you love. Not only are you worthy of it, it's your birthright. That's why you're here. Amen. Can I get an amen?
Thank you. Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. Amen.
That her bio, her information, all of her contacts, her free gifts will all be on the replay page. So it'll be there. We will have it. You'll know how to connect with Julie all the way. I'll always send you an email. Just know that that's what I want you guys to do. So you'll have all that coming to you. Okay, Julie.
Danica, Derica, everybody, everyone here. And thank you for being here. And Derica, I'll be talking to you. Love you.
Yes, love you.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye. All right, you guys. Julie, right? Wow, blown. So, we went over our de-sponge time just a little bit, but we're still going to ring out. I want you guys to, before I start the next interview, if you want to stretch, if you want to take a sip of water, that also could be just recharging yourself. Remember, there was a lot of nuggets that was just given. It was awesome. It was incredible. You guys, this was speaker 1. Wasn't that amazing? Imagine the 6 more. I mean, come on, this is about to be wild. And so this is live, you guys. Stick with me, go with me through all the things. We might go little, there's technology here, so I just ask you for your love and your patience as we're
However,
doing
did
this.
Jimmy give you his order?
I'm gonna go ahead and mute her live. Okay, you guys, so our next guest speaker, Anna Kowalski, is an amazing speaker. At the last minute, she was in travels. At the last minute, she's off the grid. She was going to be completely off the grid for internet. And so just earlier we had to we recorded her interview, and I asked her the same thing with the same energy and intention as I did with Julie, and she gave all of her gold and wisdom right here in a short, another 20-minute interview. But this is pre-recorded, but I'm going to live stream us into us right now. So give me 1 second as you stretch. You maybe get a little snack. I'm going to grab her video and then start playing it for us on the movie. It's like we're in a movie theater together. Okay, you guys, let me get that going. Brace with me. Okay.